hands.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Story Time. I'm about to read to you some excerpts from a very special book written by some very special people. This part, I believe, is about trust. Uh, Please listen carefully as I explain to you what is in it. Maybe you are a dark skinned woman with black hair, and this person is a redhead with caramel colored skin, or this one over here is blonde, and that one's a brunette. And it looks like there's a buffet out there. You have to say, I'm in a relationship. That's what trust really is. Trust is to be able to say, I can constrain myself and not go out, seed the entire world, because somehow everything looks good on the menu. You have to decide.
I'm sorry.
And
Are you a big
especially
fan of our book?
are always offering, according to Chris Rock, they're always offering the D. They're always saying, hey, how you doing? Would you like some chocolate? Hey, do you like vitamins? I've got vitamin D. That's just one excerpt from this beautiful tome called So You Think You're Ready to Be Married. Uh, it's a fascinating read, which you
Yes.
really should check out. Uh, it's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Love, Death, and Taxes. We've been chit chatting, talking to you for what, 2.5 years? Actually,
Going on three very soon.
yeah, like this month is like an anniversary, like maybe
Yes.
3 years. I
Yes.
think it's 3 years. And Agnes had the foresight, the wherewithal, the vision, um, uh, the selflessness to put some of the words that we have been saying to you in a format that not only can you buy and listen to, but you can actually pick up and read as well. And I want to say thank you very much, first of all. My gratitude goes out to you, Agnes. Thank you so very much. My gratitude goes out to all you people out there who are listening. Um, this is funny. And it's not long. It's what? I don't think it has
Yes.
a number of
Over
pages, but it
over
can't
a
be any
hundred.
more 150. How many?
It's
200?
over a
It's,
hundred pages.
it's
Yeah.
like our 100 pages, but it's widely, well, it's not going to show up on this screen, but it's widely spaced out. So it's, yeah, that's like the size of
Easy
the
read.
writing, and it's a decent size book. Um, you'll enjoy it. It's kind of funny. It's kind of fun. So you think you are ready to be married. And what's crazy is she also got it in Polish. Okay. Can you pronounce that, please?
Więc myślisz, że jesteś gotowy na ślub?
Right. And she put together another one. And I really like the cover of this. I like the guy pulling out his hair. It kind of looks like Daniel DeVito. And this one is Actual Solutions to Your Tax Problems, Secrets of a Retired Tax Pro. This is a great book. If you just are not understanding what's going on with your taxes, or you're looking for some secrets to actually get through, like there are a few things in here where we're basically like, just don't do that. Don't do this. It's very simple. Not a long book at all. This one might be three-quarters of the size of the other one, but this guy looks like he's definitely pulling his hair out. And if this is you right now, you might just want to pick this up, or honestly, purchase it online. Agnes, what's your favorite part? What's your favorite? Have you read this? By the way, have you read it? Because uh, there is something to be said about translating something from speech to the written word. And so sometimes when I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, that's definitely how I speak, not necessarily how I would write. But you still understand, right? You still understand it. It's just interesting.
I did what I could when it comes to editing, and it is definitely even more fun editing from spoken word into written Polish because it's different grammar. So it took me a little bit longer to do so. But yes, it's a new format. It's a different format of a book. It's our podcast that you can read. And actually this is on one subject, because our podcast we are talking about different subjects, about different issues. This one is really preparing you and giving you an ideas to, if you are really ready to get married, because again, from our experience, from the experience with the couples that I'm coaching, it's a lot of people are assuming that this is what's going to be like. A lot of things is based on fantasy, not the reality. And there are the simplest things that we are talking about in that book that brings your attention, like, okay, you thought about this, about it, you have a vision of your marriage, but did you actually discuss that with your partner? If his vision or her vision is the same as yours, if in your family might be this is normal, this is what we do, in his family or her family might not be. So there are several subjects that they are very important that to be discussed before you say your final I do's. Yes.
Um, and hindsight is 2020. That's the biggest thing here. I have been married, and the marriage failed slash failing. And Agnes has had. Mo- Sorry, Agnes, this sounds
Go ahead. Go ahead. It's
bad.
coming out. It's
Listen.
okay.
She tries because she likes love. She really it
I'm a
as
hopeless romantic.
I
Yes.
sometimes I talk to her and I'm like, oh, this chick is rough. She doesn't give up. But I think she is at heart an amazing romantic. She is in love with the idea of love, not the idealistic romanticism. No, she thinks people are made to be together in not only communities but in friends. To have find what a lot of us use this word, they throw it around a lot, soulmates and whatever not. I don't know if it's necessarily that. It's just people working together and putting themselves, and she believes in that. And so this is like a really great book and a testament to figuring out all those things so that you are ready, actually ready to get married. And the table of contents are the basics, like little things. The household, you got issues that you need to, in Jamaica we say, to see me and to come live with me is two different things, and that's very very true. You can be out there and behave one way and expect a certain thing, and then the person comes and lives with you and you're like, oh boy. The past, and I remember specifically we were talking about what to leave in the past, what to remember to bring people up to date on and up to speed on, so that you don't get you don't get accosted in the street by some boyfriend who is really upset that you moved on and got married. Um, Faith, and how that makes people very different. Faith and morality, because there's some people who, you got your faith, and they believe in one thing, and you would think, okay, you're a Christian, so you believe, but there's a whole other set of values that some people have that you're just like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Especially in this country, especially in this country,
Especially,
because we are melting pot. and you have couples from different ways of life, and
Yes,
they're making it work. They're actually making it work, and it's a
yes,
beautiful thing. So love is a beautiful thing.
yes. It can be wonderful.
Yeah.
Then the number one reason why people actually get divorced, finances, money. That's one of the number one things why people get divorced. So that's a rough one. We talked about that. And how you know what this book is about is basically figuring out a way to merge the two people so that they can do what they need to do. We're not telling you you can't, you'll never be compatible with that person. What we're telling you in this book is talk to the other person so that they know what they're getting into, and the two of you agree to disagree on certain things or figure out some sort of compromise so that you can stay together, right? Because if you don't talk about it and then you just have it take it for granted, you're going to get in trouble. There's going to be a problem. um what's the other thing? Family. People are always talking about, oh, my in-laws this. There's so many jokes about your in-laws. I gets no respect. Constant. So family, intimacy. I don't know why it's number 7. Technically, I think that should have been number 1, but that's me.
Number 7 is fine. Trust me. It's building up to it. All other issues are building up to it.
Yeah,
If you
yeah, we were.
don't agree on everything else above it, you're not going to reach that
Yeah,
intimacy.
that's right.
Oh,
That's what you're saying. You save the best for last. Okay, I get it. And then trust and forgiveness, and that those are important things too. So if you're having difficulty in any of those areas in your marriage, or you are thinking about getting married and you feel like you're not sure, you have questions, this is really cool for you to get a hold of, and you can purchase it. Barnes and Nobles. I'm laughing because at the end of the YouTube video, it's always asking you, "Did you sell anything in the YouTube video?" And normally my answer is no, and today it's going to be yes. We're selling something in the YouTube video. You know what? It's not so much them selling it. I'm very proud of it, and I want everybody to know that it's out here and you can get a hold of it.
let's
Um,
correct one thing on Barnes and Nobles. It's audiobook. We had to sign up with Amazon for exclusive for a couple of months.
okay.
So Barnes and Nobles will be by the end of the year. You can find a printout copy, but for now, the printout, the paperback is available on Amazon.com.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
By the end
Where
of
else
the
is
month,
it?
other places as well, but because of exclusivity, we had to.
I had to go there
Yeah.
first. Very interesting. So, Here's what you're searching for. So you think you are ready to get married, or you're going to put in Agnes Amistano and Randall Neal Williams as the authors, and you're going to check that out. It's very, very cool. This is a person who doesn't have a bias, who doesn't have a dog in the fight, one way or the other. It's interesting reading, Agnes. I don't think most of the times I don't even go back and listen to the shows, much less to read it in in print. It's fascinating. What did you think when you got it? When you physically held it in your hand and then mailed it to me? How did you feel?
Well, I sent it to my sisters before
Mm.
sending it to you. Sorry.
It's okay.
And today I was at the book signing because a friend of mine asked me to sign her book, and she took me out to lunch. So yes, that was my
Mm.
very first book signing. Uh,
Nice, nice. Is it someone I know? The person?
no, no, no,
Okay,
you do
okay,
not.
good.
No, you
All
do
right,
not.
good.
But yes, it felt good. It felt good. It felt so good that in another, maybe next week, we're gonna have another news about another book.
Yeah.
um I think we'll by next week we'll be able to share news about another uh product that we will be able to share with everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fantastic. So, um, you want to tell people about the process, like how this came to be, how you came to this. We want to give some props to David, right? We've got a few people
Absolutely,
saying thank you.
absolutely. That was during our vacation, and when you remember that I was
I
texting
know,
with
but
you. Yeah,
tell
I was
them.
texting with you on our vacation, and then my husband go, "Well, why don't you try the audiobook?" And from audiobook, step by step, we came into the product that you hold in your hands. So yes, that was my husband's idea. He thought that will be something that we could share with people in this in this form, and I think that was a wonderful idea. I'm very happy that I listened to him, and yeah. So I remember sitting. We talked, and then I text you. What do you think about that? And then we made a decision that as soon as we come back, I'm going to start working on it. A month later, the audiobook was born. And then another month later, the form of a written book was
Yeah.
born as well.
Okay. Okay. It's interesting. I sell digital products online. I sometimes sell my digital services online. So they're always digital. Even the money I receive is technically digital. There are very few products that I have created since I was in college that I can physically hold in my hand. Like everything, it's either an email, it's a website, it's whatever it is, but it's electronic. This is the first thing I think I'm holding in my hands
And
in maybe
we should share
25
that,
years.
yes, that is available on 18 different platforms in a form of
Yes.
an audiobook in I believe 12 different countries. Um, the physical translation, a physical book, it's also available on Amazon PL, which is the Polish Amazon that can be purchased. So, yeah, we were working on a little campaign for this fall in Poland,
Okay.
um, promotional things that bring attention to our books in that country as well, just because it's the closest to my heart. So yes, we are trying something different.
I'm reading the book, Agnes. This is such an intimate feeling. You cannot force anyone if you have a strong relationship with your God. You cannot say, God, I'm sorry, I have to divorce you. I have to go to your neighbor and pray to him now. I'm no longer going to talk to you. I'm not going to believe in you. This is something that cannot be broken. This is something that cannot be changed. So you're talking about the covenant that people make with their God, with their religion when they get started. It's not as it's very interesting to me that that's one of the things that we talked about. I think we kind of bond on that level because we both grew up in the church. Like that was like an important part of um, my youth, especially my teenage years, when you start to develop the idea of right and wrong and really can understand hypocrisy versus veracity and that sort of thing. And so it's a very interesting thing to just poke up at.
It is
Do you?
it is important to talk about your feelings, about your faith, about your beliefs. They are We are developing that intimate relationship with God in a different times of our life. Yours was more developed during teenage years. Mine actually was after my first divorce, just because my first wedding was in church. Therefore, you cannot remarry again until either you have annulment or the person dies. So I was not allowed by Catholic law to participate in communion, Eucharistic. So now going to church and not being able to participate fully, that stopped me from going to church, but doesn't mean that stopped me from believing. So my beliefs developed very intimate relationship. I've developed very intimate relationship with God without participating like everybody else, not to be ostracized, not to be looked at the way she's not going to the communion when everyone else does. And actually, when we started attending church close to us, before we got married in church, actually we were looked at, oh, what's going on with them? And we were actually approached by a deacon in
Mm.
front of everybody when we're leaving the church. Can I help you? Because I see that you're not coming to the communion. So like, if you want to talk about it, can we talk about it one-on-one instead in front of everybody? So, I was faced with that early on in my 20s when I left my first husband. And then doesn't mean that I'm just going to step away from my whole beliefs. I developed a very intimate relationship with God, one-on-one. Not exactly maybe according to teachings of Catholic Church, but I did. And my husband understood that when we met. He understood how important it was for me to get back to be full participant. So again, everyone is on a different level, everyone achieves that on a different level, but it has to be addressed to know what's important to your partner.
Right.
Either they're
Right.
going to support you in it, doesn't mean that has to be very important to them, but if they understand you, if they want you to have satisfaction in all the different ways of life, they will be there for you. They
This
will be, and that's what my husband did. He was step by step helping me with that to achieve what my soul needed.
that is intimacy. Ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen, I want you to pay attention. That is intimacy. That is having the same goals, or not even saying, I see your goal. I see you want to get back to church. I know you want to, but we're not even saying, but facilitating it by simply supporting what they're doing without even having to necessarily say it. And I know a lot of times on this show, we have said multiple times that you do need to communicate, but it is a beautiful thing when your partner sees that you need something and attempts to get it for you and get it to you. Ladies, I'm not saying go out and kill your ex-husbands because you're a Catholic and you don't want don't
Well,
don't kill any
till
former
death do us
spouses.
part. Till death do us part.
Yes, this is
It's
a
not that cool.
disclaimer. This is a disclaimer. I'm not telling anybody to go out there and remove any X's from the planet in order to, because the interesting thing is, Agnes, I had a similar situation because my ex was um, a Catholic as well. So in her faith as well as
The same thing.
um, yeah, she was like, No, I'm not supposed to get married again, but there were extenuating circumstances. Like it was out there. And see, here's the thing: in my church, I'm an Anglican. That's actually allowed. You're allowed to get divorced and move on and get somebody else, especially when you have a situation like what she had. She and her child were in danger, and so um, her grandfather, whew, he was upset because here she is getting married again, and he was a deacon in the Roman Catholic Church. And he was like, "Why aren't you getting married in a church?" And I was like, "Well,
She can't.
you know why. You know why." And I'm trying not to disrespect your church by taking her to an Anglican. And at the same time, so we did, we got a non-denominational officiant like Agnes. Like Agnes is a non-denominational officiant, and it's someone you can go to if you are actually looking to have these these issues resolved in a real world environment, real world situation where you're not thinking up in the clouds and behaving like it's some sort of what do we call that? Some sort of idyllic situation. No, this is real world advice in here, and that she's got in that noggin over there. So you could talk to her about this kind of thing because she's been through it and she's had to figure it out. And now she's in a place where she is happy. I'm gonna grow up and be like you, Agnes. You watch. You watch. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time.
No problem. No problem. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Yeah, save me a spot. All right. But yeah, this is one of those things that we're very proud of, very happy to see. Um, so you think you're ready to be married in English and in Polish, and I'm very sorry, Jamaicans, we don't have no Jamaican version. This
Not
is
yet.
not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. That would be wild to hear Agnes's voice say something like, "When they go to heaven," instead, "When them a go to heaven." That would be wild. That would be just crazy.
Ah,
But no, um, I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you had fun. Do check out Amazon. Do check out Barnes and Noble. Look for the physical version of the book. Look for the audio versions. Enjoy it. Agnes, you have something to tell anybody before we head out?
yes, the audiobook is available on every single platform where audiobooks and podcasts are available.
Mhm.
Like I said, they're in different countries. The physical book for now it's on Amazon.com, but by the end of the year we're gonna reach different platforms.
Yeah.
But we do have to work with our publisher. It is what it is, what we have to do. So exclusivity, it's has to be observed. And yeah, we are very happy. We are very proud with our product. Another one is coming soon. And so yes, we are hoping that you will look for it and enjoy it and let us know what you think about it.
That's right. That's right. And by the way, if you are looking for marital advice, I don't want you to think, oh, um, people are going to be down on me. People are going to be looking down on me. Whatever you've done, whatever you've dealt with, there's nothing to be ashamed of because there is absolutely no judgment. So if you are checking in, you want to speak to Agnes about that sort of thing, you can do that. And you're reaching us at mailbag@lovedeathandtaxes.com because that is still open. I've got that email open for you, and you can send whatever you need there. Thank you so very much, Agnes. I enjoyed this. When I got this in the mail today, I was like, oh, I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm gonna say, does the mic work? Can you hear me? And then
Yeah.
we're gonna go right into it, and that's what we did today. I really did enjoy that. Guys, see you hopefully next week. All right.
Absolutely.
Everything's changing up, but some things stay the same. No matter what, let's hear from you. Let's get on here and talk to you all about what's happening in your lives, the love, the death, the taxes. Take care.
Okay. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.